right, here we are with video number 3. This is going to be a quick touch base on the lesson plans and month at a glance and how we submit them in your MTD. All right, so once you have already made the month at a glance template, you are and have saved it in your empty folder, you can open it up and it looks something like this. Once it is filled in, it can look more like this, except for with a little bit more in depth with just stating a concept and an activity. This just is pulled from all of the benchmarks or outcomes for each grade level that you want to focus on the various weeks. This helps give you a broad overview to help you really hone in on and fine-tune your lesson planning. So this gives you a bigger storyline. Think of it as a story, so you have a beginning, middle, and end. Where do you want to start and where do you see them going? When you know where they're starting and where you want them to end up on week 4, it will help you fill in the blanks in your lesson plan and help them achieve the concept for week 4. So once you have completed this and you need to submit it, of course, you're going to go to share and make sure you share it with your supervisor, copy link, go to your MT dashboard, you submit it in your lesson plan tablet just like we did in the last video, and you paste the link here. This is going to be for the same location for your lesson plans as it shows down here at the bottom. It's a second tab in your dashboard, the lesson plan tablet, or sorry, the lesson plan tab. You open your lesson plan, and once you have completed week 1, you share. It is shared with your instructional supervisor. You copy the link and you go to week 1. Use the simple Command V and replace with your icon right here that shows you the link. So it's important to note that when you have created your lesson plan, make sure that you are on the proper week that you want to submit. So when you're submitting week 1, copy the URL or the link above when you're on the week 1 tab. If you're submitting for week 2, select the week 2 tab and copy the URL to paste in the appropriate box. All right, so just to do a quick review, in order to use the same document over and over again, you are going to copy the lesson plan template, save it in the proper location, and submit it, and create the link here and submit it in the boxes right here. All right, back to the MT dashboard. Something that you are going to need is to submit your monthly campus attendance. And that monthly campus attendance is located right here. If you have multiple campuses, you'll have several different opportunities to fill in your monthly attendance. We are not asking you to take attendance daily and come here and input the number of students that you have per day. We have a different method to do that, and that will be demonstrated. Welcome back for your month at a glance template and lesson planning. We briefly went over this in the other video, but I am going to do it one more time for you so you have a shortened version and you can find it easily. When you have a month at a glance, you are only going to need to make a copy of the template one time. If you are using the either template actually. So let's go ahead and do one of my favorites. This is the one that I'm going to be using. I'm going to select make a copy. When you make a copy, the very first thing that you need to do is retitle. So this is going to be FY25 Abigail B, month at a glance. I'm going to put it in the proper location, which is in my music teacher folder. And I'm going to put it in lesson planning and observations. And I'm going to make sure that everyone is shared on that. It is important to make sure that you are sharing it with your instructional supervisor. So when you go in, you can, again, like add your instructional supervisor and make sure that they are an editor. All right. I don't really need to do that. That was just an example, so I'm going to do that. Next, once you have completed this and filled it out, you are going to submit. So you share it, you copy the link, you look at where it wants to have you submit, and the submission is in the row below the template. It says lesson plan tab. You click lesson plan and submit it in your month at a glance section. Once this is complete, you can go down to your month at a glance template here. And you know what? Instead of having this already filled in, I'm going to delete that one. And I am simply going to put my own template there so that I can easily access the month at a glance template for each month. So I'm going to delete that one. I'm choosing to use this one, and I am going to add it there so I can just have a working version. Monthly attendance, month at a glance. Here's another one. Place with that one. Another one. I'm going down for each month. Month at a glance. There we go. Month at a glance. I'm just going to go ahead and do this for each one so that I'm prepared all the way through. Okay, so now I'll be ready to complete my month at a glance, as they are all located in these slides, and I can just scroll down and submit for every month. All right, so once your month at a glance is complete, it will look something more like this. It will look something more like this. The reason that we do month at a glance is because it's important for us to understand where our students are coming from and then where they are going to be going. So when we know where they're coming from and where they're going to be going, it helps us identify what we need to put into our lesson plans to help them achieve that goal. Bigger picture helps us look at the small pieces. So this is kind of what a month at a glance will look like. All right, when we are submitting our lesson plans, that is going to be weekly. We have a lesson plan template. When you click on that lesson plan template, then you open it up, it will force you to make a copy. We make a copy. The first thing we are going to do is change the title to be FY25, first name, last initial, and then we save it in the proper location, your music teacher folder, and in the lesson planning and observations. We share it with our instructional supervisor as an editor. We copy the link. We go to our MT dashboard. We hover over the My Lesson Plan link in the top left corner. We use our fancy function, Command K. and then we paste and apply. You'll only need to do this one time. So after you have created your lesson plan for the very first time, you can take it here and even delete that. Now all you have is your link for your lesson plan that you can access each week. So we click on that and open our lesson plan. When you complete your lesson plan, make sure that you are on week 1 or whatever week you are submitting. And once it's complete, in order to turn in or submit your lesson plan according to your supervisor's request, you are going to submit it in the proper week. All right, so once again, when you are in your lesson plan template and you are ready to submit, make sure that you are on the specified week and copy the URL of that tab and paste it in the correct link or a correct week for your lesson plan submission. To create multiple weeks, you'll have hopefully 32 of them. You are simply going to duplicate after customizing and rename for week 2. You can organize these however you'd like, as long as you have a lesson plan for each week. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your fellow cohort members, go back to these videos, or reach out to your instructional supervisor. Best of luck!